an article in the Tribune today, and I'm just going to read one line. You've come under fire for embellishing details of your military and teaching records, and there have been other allegations. Why should the voters of Central Illinois, given the allegations of your tendency to embellish details, believe that you would follow through on commitments to a specific agenda that
I laid out a 10-point plan for my own congressional district when I first was elected. I've nearly completed every item. That included saving a veterans hospital, now going through a $200 million expansion in October. We will name it after our national hero that lives here in Illinois, Captain James A. Lovell. Building a new clear rail line in my district, the first new rail lines in America in 70 years. And the hope for cleanup of Waukegan Harbor, which is an $800 million economic impact for that region. My intention in running for the Senate is to lay out a specific work plan. It's difficult and hard work to run for office, but the real work begins once you've been elected. And so my job is to lay out a specific plan with local input from the key experts, and then the day after the election, get to work.
Senator, I think you ducked the question there, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why should we believe you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I have served 21 years in the United States military Navy Reserve, released my officer fitness reports, and I would refer you to the recent AP article which detailed all of my achievements as documented in the Navy fitness reports through the eyes and the words of my commanding officers. The most recent article went back 34 years to when I nearly drowned in Lake Michigan. And when you are losing consciousness, when the water is very, very cold, and you are close to death, it seems like an eternity in the lake. And as I said to the reporter there, I did not keep a specific log of everything that was happening as I was losing consciousness. We put the reporter in touch with two eyewitnesses of the event. My best friend that was with me, and my mother that was in the emergency room. The reporter decided that they corroborated my story too well, and so he did not refer to any of them, even though he interviewed them. So their record is now on my website and what they said. These were the two individuals closest to what happened, including the reporter that did do a good job in reporting on this, who was the reporter for the Pioneer Press on June 17, 1976, that documented this rescue.
You still haven't answered the question. A lot of our people don't have access to all the facts, figures, everything. It's not going to go look them up. When you're talking to the Peoria voter here, tell them why they can trust you. They cannot seem to trust your record or your words.
Well, I'm in a very difficult race, and so as a fiscal conservative, social moderate, national security hawk, the other team, I don't think can get an edge on me with regard to my position on the issues. My position on the issues is well centered to the people of Illinois. So they would like to go through details of the past. As you know, with anything 34 years ago, some memories differ. I will simply refer you to the Pioneer Press that reported on my rescue, to the statement of my best friend, who was actually there with me on that day, to the statement of my mother, who was in the emergency room at the time, and let you make up your own.
Do you think people can feel that they'll get this great story from you?
Absolutely, because it's rare that anyone running for office with as long a military service as I would release their personal, confidential officer fitness reports. If you don't have them, my team will be able to provide them to you. But this is a tough race. The other team, I don't think, can get an edge because of the issues. Last year, in 2009, One magazine rated me as the center of the house, the most equidistant between far progressive left and very conservative right. And so in this effort, about all they can do is try to focus the debate on the Coast Guard rescue of me back in 1976. I will tell you, though, in my view, voters of Illinois are far more interested in what I would do as their senator in 2011 than what happened in June of 1976 when Gerald Ford was president, and it was still 20 years before the internet was.
You think the story is not accurate?
I think the reporter made the decision not to report on the details provided by the two eyewitnesses at the event because they corroborated the story.
Is it